Now let's listen to another conversation with the man in black that took place 10 years later, 1984.
We're here with someone who I guess in country music is bigger than life. And it's good to see Johnny Cash again.
Hi, Lee. How you doing?
Good. You've been through the wars,
Yep.
up and down and back and forward. And I want to say welcome back. And I know you're feeling good and you're a lot better after your bout with that situation you had a few months ago. Back with the dependency on.
It's been 14 months now.
Really?
Since 14 months this coming week since I had to have any kind of medication at all. And I thank God for that. I feel great, and it's so good to be able to remember everything that happened the day before, the night before. It's a very tricky thing, the way mood-altering drugs or medication will just take control before you realize it.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, I had a severe operation. I almost died, and I had to have it. But thank God I found a way to come off of it. And
it's a shame
good to be around.
That the world of medicine cannot find a way to give the people of this world something that they won't be dependent upon, like drugs or something.
Yeah.
If they can come up with something synthetic, perhaps someday we'll lick that problem. So many people won't have to go through what you went through and others. You've got a new single coming out soon, and tell us a little bit about it.
Willie Nelson, Waylon Jennings, Chris Christopherson, and I have been in the studio. We've been in 3 days and nights, and we've got an album. We recorded 16 songs together, actually. We just had a ball. The song. Do you know? I don't know if anybody in our business, like 4 artists from different walks of life or different backgrounds, have ever gotten together in the studio to record an album together. 4 different artists, and the songs were there. You would think that there wouldn't be that many songs for 4 men to sing together that hadn't ever sung together, but they are. Story songs, great cowboy songs like Ed Bruce song called The Last Cowboy Songs.
Great song.
And then, but the title song is going to be called The Highwayman. It's a Jimmy Webb song.
I remember that.
And it's a 4-verse song, and each one of us takes a verse, and it really works beautifully.
There's another one in there that's become kind of a classic written by Guy Clark called Desperado Waiting for a Train.
Desperado's Waiting for a Train. That really came off good, too. And an old Woody Guthrie song called Deportee is in the album.
Yeah.
And my song Big River is in the album. The 4 of us did that one.
That must have been a great reunion, having you and Chris, who you go back with to his early times in Nashville, and actually discovering both you and June when he was just coming there as a strong songwriter. Willie, who you know when his early days in Nashville, and Waylon, who you started out with as a roommate way back when in '65. So it had to be kind of a very, not only an exciting professional venture to get you together, but sentimental one as well.
It was. We got together the first time in November in Switzerland when we did my TV show. And every night after rehearsal or taping, we'd get up in my room and sing, pass the guitar around. So about the second night, one of us said, let's record an album together. And we all agreed, so because we got to singing songs together that felt so good for the 4 of us. And we just set it up when we came back home and went in and did it.
Got a wedding anniversary coming up with June. Is it 17 years in a couple of weeks?
17 years, yeah. And John Carter's birthday.
His
He'll be 15.
That's right. So there's a lot to celebrate and a lot to be thankful for.
There really is.
The weeks ahead.
It really is. I'm looking forward to that week. There's my birthday and then our anniversary and then John Carter's birthday all the same week.
How do you feel about our country music today, Johnny?
I feel that country music is better and stronger and bigger than ever. Also, at the same time, I feel like there's more trash and more mindless, meaningless songs that sound like they've been run through the same old machine over and over.
Mm-hmm.
And I can honestly say that I don't feel that I'm guilty of that. I may have put out some mediocre records, some records that didn't sell beans, but they didn't sound like anybody else's. And when an artist loses what a little originality and innate, inbred artistic ability of his own, if he fails to put that on his records, he's making a mistake. Now, the record machines in Nashville can grind out hit records in 3 minutes. It's Jack Clement said that's how long it takes to cut a hit.
That's right.
But I'm sorry I'm taking so much time to answer your question,
right.
But I just feel like that, like I said, for up front, country music is bigger and better than ever. At the same time, we got a bigger mess of nothing,
Really true. When you really look at what's happening today, totally the complete spectrum of country music. There are those voids that you talked about and definitely need improvement.
That's why I feel so good about the album that I'm doing with Willie Whalen and Chris. This has never been done before.
Yeah, it's a first.
And it's interesting for, not only is it going to be interesting for the fans, but we personally have taken a great interest in it and put everything into it. I mean, Willie Nelson will get on his jet at a moment's notice and fly into Nashville to do one verse over that he doesn't feel good about, you know?
That's fantastic.
And Chris did the same thing, flew in from California to sing 4 lines.
Wow.
You know, and then flew back to Seattle. That's how much we care about this project. And I think country artists have got to, it's like I'm being reborn again this last year. Country music artists have got to get involved in their thing. That's why I'm so glad to see the concept album by Emmy Lou, you know? That's a great idea for a woman to do a concept album.
Yeah, men have done it before, but not, to my knowledge.
All these things keep our music vital and alive and fresh and good.
That's what keeps country music out in the forefront and creative is where we want to be. Change is always important, as long as it's for the better. Over the years, you've had many awards. You've had almost every conceivable good thing happen to you in country music, as far as hit records and gold and platinum albums and sold-out appearances. Looking back over the complete career, going back to the early 50s and those days with Sun Records, to the 1980s right now, what stands out in your mind as maybe one particular moment which would have to be absolutely magical?
The induction into the Country Music Hall of Fame. That was the ultimate. Before that, it was just appearing on the Grand Ole Opry, you know, a dream that came true from the time I was a kid. But being inducted into the Country Music Hall of Fame was the biggie. That's the one that when I got the award, I said, "I made it, Mama." You know, at the age of 48, I finally said, "I made it, Mama." That's
incredible. Yeah. That really is an incredible story. Of all the songs you sing today on stage, and you have a lot of new things in your act because you're constantly revamping to bring it up to date, what song never you get tired of singing? The one that always sticks in your mind is saying, "Boy, I'll never get tired." And most artists have songs that they have to sing that they say, "Oh gosh, 7,000 times," but the folks and the fans want to hear it. Is there one that you particularly like?
There's 2 or 3 or 4 that I never get tired of singing because the audience still acts like they appreciate hearing them. That's "Ring of Fire," Folsom Prison Blues. I've done that song probably 12,000 times. But it's like it's part of me, you know. It's not me giving something away. It's presenting a part of myself when I do that song. And I always do Sunday Morning Coming Down. And June, I always do Jackson. Yeah. We got new things coming and going all the time, things we feel real strong about, new recordings or songs we just like to sing. Or we poll our audiences every once in a while on tour, you know, find out what they want to hear, and that's what we give them.
John, I want to thank you for stopping by today. And just one last quick question, if we can get it. What does the word entertainer mean to you?
An entertainer has got to project. Performing is communicating. An entertainer, in so far as my world of entertainment is concerned, has to be able to communicate his honest feelings and emotions to his audience. That's entertaining as far as I'm concerned, whether it's happy or light or whether it's sad or a story.
That sums it up beautifully. Johnny, thank you for stopping by. Good to see you again.
Good to see you, Lee.
Well, there you have it. Our visit with a man who was bigger than life, Johnny Cash.